I don't know. That's what I'm telling you. I think it sees that device. We only got through 6% of the game last time, but I was having a blast and I accomplished a lot. So I think I was doing pretty freaking good. But yeah, so basically where we were last time. Oh wait, let me fix the exposure. It's a little bit higher than I like. There we go. I like dark as hell. There we go. Oh yeah, I can also turn this up a bit more. Because this got turned down a little bit. There we go. Anyways, there we go. Looking beautiful. Looking flexy. I'm just kidding. Flexy. That's gonna be my new phrase. Alright, here we are. This game looks beautiful, by the way. I've been having so much fun playing it. Wait, I didn't get these? Or do they respawn when you come back? That seemed like pretty obvious crates. Anyway, so what I was trying to do is I'm actually trying to collect as much as I possibly can. And I don't know. I wanted to go back here and see if there's anything I can do to get these. I can't remember if there is. This was in an area I don't know how to reach. I don't know if there's something over here I needed to do or what, but I could not figure out how to get to this. So I want to experiment with that a little bit, and then we can go to the objective. So that's where we go in here. I'm not 100%er, so I'm not like trying. Yo, what's up, Dropkicks? Yeah, this is Casual Sunday. How are you doing? Appreciate you stopping in. But yeah, this isn't like 100% run or anything like that. I'm not doing that playthrough. I just like to collect things. I collect things as much as I enjoy doing it. That's basically how it goes. So now that we can go through here, we can dash through those now. That was something we learned from last time. That's the unique movement tech that Ratchet has in this game. He can like do this dash mechanics, and it's really cool. Because like usually I really hate playing as Ratchet by himself because he has like the worst movement tech ever. Like he doesn't have any movement tech. He's just this. It's just this. But now I can be like, yo, what's up, bro? Ah, I see. How the hell did I get to that? Yo, what's up, Vincent? How you doing? Appreciate you stopping in. Hopefully you're doing well today. Let me see if there's a way for me to like go around. Can I like go around or something? No? But yeah, this game has been really fun. I've been really enjoying exploring it a lot. We can wall ride and do that. Oh, yeah, this is that place where that guy was training me. So I don't really know if this place is going to benefit me or not. I don't think this is where I go to get that stuff. But yeah, how are y'all doing? How you doing, Dropkicked? How you doing, Murphy? My bad for saying Dropkicked. I know you say your preferred name is Murphy. How are you doing? And glad to hear that you're doing well too, Vincent. That is why I tell people to fill out the forum, Lemivo. Like, if I'm saying your name correctly, you can tell me what your preferred name is, and I'll try my best to remember it. But I always have something I can go back to check to make sure I know, make sure I'm referring to somebody with the right information. All right, so now we over here. This isn't where I want to be. I don't think this is where I want to be. Is there a way for me to go back? Wait. Is this going back or is this going forward? No, that's going forward. I want to go back. Frick this. I want to not be here. Can we do that? Oh, yeah. That's fine. I can put Dropkicked and Murphy in there, so either one will work. I can't see. What was over here? No! My balls! Okay, put me back at the front of the area and I can just... Oh, dope. Okay, perfect. All right, I don't know how to get those. I see it, but how do I get it is the question. That is the question. Oh, yeah, I was going to visit this last time. I think that's what I said I was going to do. I wanted to see if this would help me get somewhere where I can access that. So let me actually do that real quick. But yeah, we just gaming and like things are going well. Last stream I did Modern Warfare 2 playthrough, and I was talking a lot about how I want to kind of like really start making better content. So I'm gonna keep streaming, but I really want to put a lot of time and energy into content creation for myself.
Now I know what happened to the parade floats.
Whoa, this is cool. So I'm gonna try my best to do that. Oh, that was Veritanium, like just the way it was in the other games. Cool. All right. Wait a minute. Do I got a map in here? Nope. All right. Travel to the nefarious statue.
Now where's that statue again? Miss you, buddy.
Woo! This is kind of cool. I guess. Is there anything I can reach if I go to the top? Oh no, I don't think I can jump on that. No! How did I freaking miss, bro? How did I miss? All right. But yeah, I was talking about trying to make content, more content. So if you are really interested in supporting me outside of just streaming, I really encourage you to check out a lot of my social media, because I want to be trying to make more content. And what the hell? My depth perception is garbage. What the? I seriously thought I made that. I looked away at the chat. I was all confident. Oh my. Oh my Lord. Okay, there we go. Hey! There you go. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Okay, I thought Homie Bro was just about to die again. I was like, nah, not like this. Headshot. Get your head sucked on, dick. All right, hold on, hold on. No, I don't actually. Headshot.
Now, where's that statue again?
It's from League? Oh, I had no idea. See, I remember things from games, but I just don't remember where they're actually from. Boom. Headshot.
Well, look at that.
Whoa. Looking good. All right.
And I think that covers everything here.
And
nice.
Wait. Oh, I got new armor. You found an armor pod. These grant a permanent boost whether you equip them or not. Yo, that's pretty dope. All right. Well, let's look at it though. Why not equip it? Does it look ugly? Ew. What the frick? I'm just kidding. Oh, I only get. Oh, so I only got a helmet. I gotta say, bro, that's looking kind of cute, though. I think it looks better than Ratchet's face, so I think we might keep this. I'm just kidding. That's messed up as hell, but it's kind of serious at the same time. Where did I go? Where? Who met? Who? What? Wait, what? What does this take me to? I don't understand. Oh. Anything up here? Nah. All right, back to here. Okay, so that was interesting. I gotta say, but that gave me a raritanium that does not count for anything in here. I was wondering if it would maybe help me get to this golden bolt. I'm not sure how to get to this bolt. I see it, like if I go to a certain angle, I can definitely take notice of it, but I don't know how to get to it. Like that up there. It's up there. I just don't know how to get to it. And I was trying to cheat the game and be like, yo, let me manipulate stuff. But it looks like when it comes to this type of stuff, I can't get Ratchet to manipulate them. Like, he won't, like... Oh, wait. Game? You okay? Or you good? Or... I don't really know what that was, but I don't think it was working in the way I needed it to. What I was trying to do was get up here Hey, this is how speedrunners figure things out, all right? We experiment. I did it! Oh my god! Oh my god, I can't believe I did it. Okay, then I was gonna try to go up here. Oh my god, it worked! Wait a minute, that's farther than I realized. I don't know if I can make that. What is over here? I can't believe I did it right. With the new movement tech, I can do way more than I thought. Can I get up here, though? Oh my god! Yo, I'm a speedrunner! Oh my god! I'm speed running! Oh yeah, there's no way we're gonna miss this now. Yeah, baby! Woo! Okay, please clip that. That was freaking boss. That was boss as hell. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. Alright, alright. What is over here, by the way? Ooh, pretty things. Pretty things are over here. Alright, alright. Alright. What's over here? We get some free bolts. Hey, bolts. Yo! Zemnis, you better stop. Zemnis is messing with that cable. You're so... These cats, man. Alright. We gotta get all these. Look at that. Beautiful. Raritanium. Easy. Collected. Let's look at the map, though. Okay. It didn't show me those Raritanium over there. What the hell? That was rude. Oh, I guess it's because I didn't explore it yet, so I didn't count it. Okay, I gotta figure out. Zemnis, don't be a booty eye. Whoa, Zemnis is getting a lot of exercise right now. Alright. They're getting their exercise in. Alright, so I was wondering, like, now that I did that, I'm wondering if there's a way for me to manipulate over here with that movement tech. Here's what I'm wondering. Is that the way you're supposed to get that? Or is there, like, another way you can get over here? Because I really don't understand what other way you could possibly get over here with. Like, there's not even anything here. That has to be what they wanted you to do, right? So maybe that wasn't that 5-head, because that was what I was supposed to do. I don't know. Because, like, I don't even see, like, a natural path in this area to go here. Wait, oh! It was... Okay, they wanted you to come from this way. Okay, what's over here? Oh, I did this already. So I must have... I don't know how to get back over there, but I must have missed this. Oh, I think it's because at that time I didn't have the wall rock. I think that's why. Yo, welcome back, Vincent. How's it going? I think it was the wall walk. I didn't think I had that at that time, so that's why I couldn't do it. Well, I just manipulated the game like hell, but that was actually a lot of fun. So, like, there's the fun side of speedrunning, you know? When you figure things out, like, try to cheat things. Modern Warfare 2 was... The campaign was aight. It was a good time. It was a good time. Sorry, my sense of direction is really bad. Okay, anyway. I enjoyed it. Towards the end, though, I was getting burnt out. I forced myself to finish it all in one playthrough. I mean, I started it off stream, but I finished it on stream. And that was a lot. So, but it was a lot of fun, though. There were some annoying parts, but they probably wouldn't have been annoying if I didn't force myself to finish it all. But I like it. I think the COD campaigns nowadays are way better than the older ones. The older ones I used to feel were like kind of dull. You just go around and shoot things. Ooh, hey! You just go around and shoot things, and it's like, bro, that's boring. This makes me curious. Can I use this area to my advantage? Is there anything? Oh, yes, I can. Yes. No, get up. Yeah, bro. Game. Oh, really? Really? You just had to cuck me like that. You put an invisible wall? Wow. Okay, game. That was messed up. I was so excited. I was so freaking excited. Jesus, man. Anyway, I'm conflicted as there are so many cool games coming out. Yeah, there's a lot of games coming out. I mean, I always enjoyed COD. So for me, it's not a big deal for me to imagine myself playing COD and like playing that game. I know I'm going to get my money's worth out of it. I don't really care much for campaigns, so like this was the first campaign I played in a while, and I think I enjoyed it. It was all right, but I'm not gonna. I mean, it's not really trolling. It's true. It's facts. But yeah, you know, there's things you can do. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say the game is amazing, and if you don't have it, you're missing out. Like, that would be ridiculous. But it was fun. I had a good time with it. But I know for a fact I'm gonna be playing the multiplayer, and I'm gonna be playing the multiplayer a lot. So like, that makes it worth my time. If you're just gonna play the campaign and like, I don't know if I can sit here and say that it's gonna be worth it like that. That's a little bit, that might be stretching it. But that's just me. Like, some people might be like, oh my god, the campaign! And like, they're moist by it. I'm not that person. And here's another invisible wall. Alright, hold up. Okay, so we can come over here like this. Is there anything I'm missing over here that I can manipulate to grab those? I really want to get that stuff. Ah. Oh yeah, they're over here. I remember that. That's what it was. Can I? Is there a way for me to manipulate something over here to get that? Can I like climb up above this? Is there like an invisible wall here as well? If there's an invisible wall here, I don't understand what they want you to do to get over here. Oh yeah, it's an invisible wall. Are you kidding? Dude, why? Oh, this is PS5. I'm playing the COD on PC though. So, but like COD is cross-platform, so if you bought it and you wanted to play multiplayer with me, like we could play if you're on console too. Cause that's not an issue if that's something you're talking about. But yeah, I play COD on PC. I'm a PC person. One of my biggest objectives recently is to get really good at, No, I think I can do that, bro. I think I can do that. Where's it gonna put me? No, you really? You spawn me this freaking far away? God, you guys are so mean. But yeah, so if you wanted to play multiplayer together, I'm always down for that. I literally bought like so many people Vanguard and like we didn't even play that much. I was just trying to find people to play with. But I'm probably not going to do that again this time around. But like if people actually want to play, I'm down. I'm always down to play. I'm always down the game in COD. Just don't be annoying when we play. Like don't be like the other 12-year-olds that play. I'm just kidding. Yeah, like it can be a good time. Okay, I think I can manipulate this. I might get soft locked, but I can do it. I think this is possible. This is possible. I think what I got to do is jump over here. What? What the hell was that? What the hell? I had that! You lying game! Why are they killing me? Why? No, that was so 5-head. What the hell? Why? Oh, I did it anyway! Frick all y'all! Woo! We are speed running, baby. Oh my god. Well, we're not speed running, but we're finding speed hacks. Wait a minute. Oh, that's how you're supposed to get here. Where is this from? Where does this take me? This is interesting. Hold up. I gotta be back here apparently. Where does that take me? Where's this? What the hell? That didn't do anything. It probably the same place. Wait, what the hell? Oh! Oh, I get it. My bad. I didn't understand how it worked. Okay, never mind. We're fine now. This is where I was supposed to do it at. Dang. I was over here, wasn't I? Yeah, I was over here. I just missed this. Dang. I think I stood on this too. I think I remember this. I think I stood on this and I was like, there's nothing here. Why is it like this? I literally just straight up missed that. Oh my God. Wow. This is dope though. I'm actually like seriously breaking the game, and I wonder if like this is like any of the things that they do in speedrunning. It makes me curious. Like, is that the speed tech you use? Because I just found it. Apparently I must have been hitting some death plane. So if you go in that area and you're scaling the wall, you hit some death plane or something like that. That's probably what was happening. Dang, I'm freaking OP, bro. I caught everything up in this. Wait, oh, I didn't get this. Dang, hold up. I don't think I can get that yet. I think that was behind the wall. I can go look again, but I don't think I could get that one. I'm just gonna die, and hopefully it brings me to the beginning. It does remind me of Stray. It does have that Stray vibe. All right, so we're gonna go. I feel the vibe. I feel the Stray. Is this the right way? Why am I so bad at these maps, man? Dude, is this below me or something, or on top? I think that has to be on top, but I'm confused. Top me, daddy! All right, here we go. Climb up, baby. There you go. There you go. And now I think I go this way. Here we go. Yes! Woohoo! Speed teching it away. Oh, wait. All right. Okay, yeah. So I remember this. It's in here. But I don't know if there's a way. I literally think I cannot get in this yet. I think I cannot manipulate this no matter what I do. Invisible walls. It's in this building, but they have it blocked. Is there something I'm missing? Like, can I manipulate something over here? Or is it like... Wait a minute.
Now, where's that statue again?
Wait a minute. Maybe there's something I missed in here that I can do now, maybe. Because it's saying it's like here, but down below. So maybe there's something I can do. Maybe there's a... Oh, way. I don't know, though, because we're getting closer to it, but it seems like it's under us, and I don't know if there's a way for me to get under anything in here. What the hell? How? Loud as hell. I do like the movement tech in this game, though. That is making it more enjoyable to do all of this. I won't lie. Yeah, I'm not sure if there's a way for me to get that. I don't know. Wait. Wait a minute. Are you stroking my left nut? Are you stroking my left nut? It was sitting here like this the whole time? I thought I was in that building. What the hell was I doing? Oh my god, bro. Oh my god, bro. That was so bad. That was so bad. It was right there. Oh no, bro. Oh no. Dang. How did I let that happen? Alright. I'm just gonna cheat. Alright. We got this. Alright, so now I actually did collect everything. And I think I bought all the weapons I can buy. And I'm gonna try to get all the weapons if I can. That's gonna be the goal. That's the attempt. But I didn't Let me just check that over here. It's weird. You have to stand like right in front of them to grab anything. Yeah, so this is still locked. So let's move on with the story, I guess then. I guess we're making progress. Awesome. Collected everything over here. I couldn't go over here before because I couldn't do this, so now I can. See what's over. What?
Aha! That has to be the access console.
Whoa! Looks like a boss.
Where did you even come from?
You just now tell me how to dodge. Oh, my left nut balls. Okay. Oh no, I gotta jump for that. I hit the wrong button to jump. I don't know what I'm doing. What? What?
Oh, wow. Oh, no.
I am glad to see you have survived the journey.
Oh my god. Homie bro just teleported me to another place?
You will regret this insolence, rebel.
Alright. Okay, I should probably use something else. Let's see. Ooh, I want to see how much this does. I never got a chance to use this yet. Did that do a lot? I think it did. No, no, no. That is so jarring, man.
At least it was a round trip.
That is so jarring. All right, so we got burst pistol. Nah, let's try the enforcer a little bit. I think I increased the range of you, right? Last time. So I think that you should be able to help me. Oh, freaking balls. Oh, that can block it? Oh, I thought that went through all the objects. Oh no, I got a little bit too close for comfort. All right, let's see. Let's try you again.
Rocket barrage commencing. Enjoy.
Okay. Let's try scatter bomb.
Resistance.
Ayo, ayo, ayo. Hey, what the? Okay, that was weird. Anyway. Shoot, shoot. All right, here we go, man. Woohoo!
Access console. Access console.
What is... okay, so let me just explore a little bit, see if I can do some hacking. Doesn't look like I can. Looks like there's a lot of invisible walls here. Dang it, wang it, ball sack. Okay. Ah, I can see his pretty face again.
Yeah, hi. You must be Glitch. I'm Ratchet. Sorry for all the jostling around earlier. Things aren't exactly going well, and... actually, I think you're the only one who can help me right now.
Aww.
Thanks.
Okay, that was kind of cute. Okay, I changed my mind. Maybe I would date a robot. I'm just kidding.
Seems like a nice guy.
Oh my god. I might make some ASMR. That sounds so good. Oh my god, that sounds so good. Seriously. The sound of it walking. Daddy. R2 electric guns. That's not R2. Looks like L2 is missiles? Oh my god, your voice is cute as hell too! Oh my freaking god, bro. Wait, was this where I was last time? I think this is where I was last time. It's hentai! Oh my gosh, this is so cool. I really like this character. Yo, what's up, Heavy? How you doing? The sound of them walking, their voice, their name. I don't know, y'all. This might be one of my new favorite video game characters right here. Did I hit that again by mistake? Can I go through this? Or... Oh, okay. I see. Ah, okay, I got you, man. I got you.
What's with the capsule? Did a virus make that?
Oh, you mean you want the DM Heavy? Oh, frick! Oh my god, where the hell did you come from, bro? You weren't there before. Sus as all hell. Can I shoot this? Okay, yeah. That's health. Okay, gotcha. Okay, this is really cool. I like this.
Swarmers are coming out of that pod? Oh, no. I gotta delete them before I'm even more outnumbered.
All right. Yo, what's up, Luminar? How you doing? Hopefully all is well. And yo, what's up, Zed? But yeah, I hope that all of y'all who are hanging out today are... Oh, freaking... Oh, okay. Are y'all doing okay today? Oh, man, I really like this game. This game's getting me. This game's getting me soft. I won't lie. You can climb up like that? Oh, frick. You can get real technical with it? Okay. Are there collectibles? Oh, no, dude. Oh, no. I didn't know it was this many. Oh, no. Frickin' balls. Wait. Hold up. Shoot the things. There we go.
I did it! Oh, man! I really... Wow!
I gotta turn this game up more. It's not loud enough for me.
Looks like the computer is back online.
If it starts coming through the mic, let me know. Thanks, Luminar, though. It is a great game. I'm loving it.
You did it, Glitch!
It felt short? Oh, no.
Welcome back, your most majestic majesty.
Oh, okay. So you meant heavy. Okay, I got you. That makes more sense, because I was about to say, like, you could literally just tell me. What do you mean? Like, we literally right here, bro, you know? That's why I said that makes more sense if it was heavy.
And a surveillance state covering the entire city. If only that blasted Dimensionator still worked.
Clank.
Huh?
Oh, this game is just so beautiful, man. I love it.
After him! No!
Ah! After his cock!
No!
Welcome, oh master of us all. Password, please.
Looking further.
Why do I need a password? I'm the Emperor. How about I obliterate you instead?
Uh-oh. I freaked up the green? How did I freak up the green? There we go. You're so messed up. We got the yellow cross. Hey, daddy.
So then this Dimensionator was stolen by Dr.
Dimensionator?
Nefarious, who used
Oh, frick, I'm
it
supposed to shut up during
bring
cutscenes,
you
my bad.
Here? Now you just have to find your friend, who is also miraculously a Lombax, to save the day.
And get home.
You must seriously think I'm an idiot. Look, as real as I'm sure this Dr. Nefarious is, this has the Emperor written all over it. Help! We under attack! Anyone? Mort? What's going on?
Uh-oh.
Oh dear.
Brace for impact!
Okay, who voiced her? I kind of want to
Look
know.
out.
What do you think I'm doing? Ah!
See this F2L pair right now? We got to solve that. Solved. Wait, did I do it right?
Are you taking
Yeah, I
me?
did.
I was gonna take you to my hideout, but first I gotta rescue my friends at their gelatonium factory.
Oh, I'm playing again. Oh, frick, my bad. Sorry. I'm addicted to Rubik's Cubes again. Jennifer Hale? She's got my name. Okay. I like her voice. Gotta say, I like it. Ooh, this area is pretty as hell, man. I don't know how people were complaining about like how like the trees and crap don't move when you hit them when the game looks this beautiful. Like, who gives a frick, man? Look at it. It's just so oh, frick. Wait, what kind of gun she got? What kind of gun you got? Hold up. Let me see what guns you got. You got a burst pistol. Oh, wait, she's got the same things? Oh, so they make it the same weapons. Okay, I thought maybe she would have something different. Oh, I can't shoot that. My bad. So I'm guessing the idea behind it is that we're using the same weapons with both of them, but we're just switching between them, I guess. I'll just tell myself that that's how it works. I thought maybe I'd have to learn a whole new set of weapons for her. And she also has like a hammer instead of a ratchet or a wrench. Ratchet. I'm gonna explore a little bit though. This area is this place is kind of beautiful. Gotta say. Oh, looks like I can't do that. And she can also dash. Dude, man, they're literally the same person. They're literally the same person. Except that she has Ratchet. She has Clank. So can she do the movement tech? I don't remember how the movement tech worked. I can't do it, so maybe she can't. Why is Clank not doing his flying stuff for me? I want to fly. Alright, here we go. But yeah, I really like... I like how Rivet sounds so far, so... Okay, I went over there. That's a plus. Oh, frick!
We are not compatible with acid.
Oops. We are not compatible with acid. Frick you, Clank. All right? Frick. Ooh. Ooh. Hey, now. Wait, hold on. We got a map, right? Okay. Okay. I'm going to try to collect... Ooh, I didn't see you there, buddy. I'm going to try to collect as much as I possibly can. But... I'm not going to overboard it. Dang, y'all scared me. I won't lie. Anything down here? Nope, death. Okay. Let's go. Jennifer Pole. Jennifer Polio.
Right, there's a seeker pete right over my hideout. I haven't been out this far in a while.
Ooh, this game is just so pretty,
Swamp
man.
acid between here and the Mort's gelatonium factory.
Those beetles appear to have no issue with the acidic swamp water.
Catch a Speedle.
Beetles. Yeah, that's why I'm gonna ride one. Soon as I can get close enough.
Ooh, hey there. What are you doing? Why are you looking away from me?
Ratchet, can you read me? Oh dear. My communicator must be
What the hell?
Of course. Morts will be at the gelatonium factory. Gotta find a way through the swamp.
Someone tell me why that lady's being sus as hell. Oh, whoa, didn't see you there, buddy. Didn't see you there. You're getting a little too close for comfort, all right? Jeez, man. You guys keep just coming out of the cock. All right, I can get them. I can get them. I know I can. I'm just exploring right now. So I'm not really trying to get you. Ooh. Not really trying to get you right now. All right, what's... Oh, can I? Okay. Oh, yes. I don't know if you're supposed to be able to do that, but that was cool, so it's worth. Okay, why was this lady turned away from me before? Oh, was it because there were enemies there? Like she literally went to the corner.
Last time.
Oh, that is because I added our mutual friend on Nefarious City.
Okay.
All right, let's take a look at this.
Who doesn't love a day in the sun? Rooting your enemies into the ground with the topiary sprinkler. Spud
Oh my god.
warps your foes into defenseless, trimmable hedges.
I gotta say, this is one weapon I don't care too much about, but I just keep trying to get everything, I guess. That seems absolutely pointless. Wait a minute, though. Wait a minute, I just thought of something. Will this work on the speed dudes? Because, like, I can kind of use this to my advantage if that's the case. What? Wait, what? I thought I was supposed to turn them into trees or whatever. Am I doing it wrong? I think I'm doing it wrong. I don't get it. Never mind. All right. Let's see. Dang. I think we're gonna have to burst to it. What? No! How did I not get you? What? What? What's up here?
Needle wasps.
Oh, these guys shoot at you. Okay. Oh. All right, game. Let's see how it is. All right. We've been getting a lot of rare titanium, so what I'm gonna try to do is make sure I'm upgrading my weapons as much as I... Oh, no, that hurt my balls. As much as I possibly can. Oops. Oh. I got health? Oh, okay, there you go. That's good. I think you're too low. You're kind of missing. You're kind of missing me.
You dispatched them quite capably.
Thank you, Clank. I appreciate the compliments. Is this acid? Yes, that's acid. Okay. All right. Let's see. Is there anything over here? Nope. Death. All right. Okay. So what I am gonna do is wait. How do I thing this up here? All right. Let's go to burst pistol. Wait a minute. How do I? Oh, wait a minute. I have to go to that lady to do it. I think, right? I can't do it like out anywhere. Dang. Okay. Hold on. Let's go back over to her and do some upgrades because we've been getting a lot of rare titanium out here. Did I miss anything? According to this, I haven't missed anything, but I haven't fully explored this just yet, so I might go check that out. Refill health and ammo. And I'm also going to look at the burst pistol. And see, yeah, so the upgrades are the same too. So what I was going to do is go over this way and try to wrap around like this. But now there's this option. So now I can even go even further. But if I want to get the hits to the head does more damage, I have to go around here first. So I got to decide how I want to do that. I could kind of loop it around though. I could start here. So this increases the rate of fire in rapid fire mode. I don't really want that much, but it's okay. I really just want these rapid fire shots being, I want more accuracy. What's this do? Shots travel faster. Oh yeah, that's actually really good. I remember this one wasn't what I cared too much about. Oh, this just gives you more ammo from crates. I guess that could be good, but I just want the weapon to be stronger. Like right now, we get a lot of ammo from this weapon. So I'm probably gonna, let's see, what's this? As rate of fire, and then we get increased max ammo. Okay, I think it might be worth it to go over here for now. Or stop here for now. We'll see. I gotta decide what's more important to me with this weapon. Do I want it to, do I want to go this direction? Or do I want to go this direction more? Or do I want to just keep wrapping all the way around and we can come back and get all of that? Like, we could do it that way. But we got to make sure we're not wasting it. Okay, so now this was a really good, this weapon was pretty cool. It helped me with that boss. Charge each shot faster. I think that is what I would want to upgrade with it. Honestly, I think that would be amazing. Because it's like, it's kind of slow. But yeah, this will just increase the duration of the beam. So that's cool and all, but that's not a priority right now. Okay, then we got Mr. Fungi, and we can have, oh, we have more room here. When Mr. Fungi leaves, he emits a toxic cloud in the area. Whoa, all right, what's this? Fires faster. I kind of want this. We want to keep distracting him more, and I would want to grab a few of these. Let's do that. But yeah, what I'd rather do is like eventually come around here. I actually really like Mr. Fungi. Mr. Fungi, or however you say it. Mr. Fungi, because like he actually will give me, he actually does help a lot. Alright, so what were we doing with this? I think we were looking at max ammo, because we don't get a lot of ammo for this thing. That's the only downside with this. So if I can get more ammo with this, then that already is worth it. And then this increases the ammo picked up from crates by 2. So I think it's worth it for me to just sit here and activate that.
Now look at that.
Do I have to?
Don't need to buy that again.
Oh, okay. So they're already purchased for me. Okay, so that I thought I had to buy them in addition. Yeah, so that actually, it's really worth it to use, go around these then, because like I thought I might have to buy them individually after the fact. Like that's pretty decent. So increasing area of effect, I definitely think it is worth doing that a bit more. So I'm always gonna just slowly upgrade that as much as I possibly can, because I think that that's just hella worth. That'll make this thing OP as hell. All right, then the Enforcer, a little shotgun. I was considering which way to build this dude. We can do a few different things here. Like we can, I don't know. I don't know if I have ammo issues with it. Area of effect isn't really that important. Shots going farther, I think, is probably the thing that I would care about the most, because it's kind of short-ranged. But there's probably going to be better weapons that are better at short range, if that makes sense. So, like, I don't really know. I don't know. I don't really know how to build this. I don't know if it's worth it building this, is what I'm saying. Because, like, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a better weapon that can do what this weapon's doing for me. But so far, there hasn't been anything. This has long range, which is really useful to me. This has a lot of damage output. So if I want to, like, for bosses or things that are giving me trouble, it's really nice to have this. This is super helpful because, I don't know, he just helps. And especially if he's a distraction, which I was planning to build on, that would really help. And then this has always been my favorite in all the games, even though it's been called different things. I don't know. I'm not really a shotgun person, but I think it's fine the way it is right now. Like, it's not bad. I could maybe give it a little bit more range, but I don't know how much Raritanium do they give you in the game? Because, like, I don't want to... Oh, restretch. Oh, frick yeah. Okay. I don't want to, like, waste them on, like, weapons I'm not that fond of if I don't have to. I already put 3 into this.
Like you could use a weapon upgrade.
Deploys a sprinkler that stuns enemies and turns them into... Oh, so it just wasn't working on those enemies. I don't really think I'm gonna upgrade this one. I have it, but I don't really think it's worth upgrading right now. So we'll see. But But I really want to try my best to get as much Raritanium as I can so I can upgrade the weapons a lot and see, like, really get to see what they're like at higher levels and, like, with more upgrades. But I just don't know how much Raritanium the game will give me. So, like, if the game doesn't give me a lot of it, I'm kind of gonna get fricked, if you know what I mean. Oh, frick. Dang, you big. All right, hold up. How am I supposed to get them? I don't get it. Cause they can go on the acid, and I can't do that.
Where's that Speedle going?
It appears some dimensional distortion is emanating from that cave.
Oh. Let's pull out the Enforcer a little bit, see if I will enjoy it a bit more if I pull it out more. It's just nice. This is a shotgun. This is your basic shotgun. That's really what it is. What's this? I'm assuming I can't do anything with it. It looked cool, so I thought I had to hit it. Whoa.
And the last Speedle runs into that rift thingy.
Ooh,
Smarty-bot.
pretty. Okay, more Veritanium. Nice, nice.
Perhaps a symptom of the Dimensionator's destruction.
How do you come up with this stuff?
He's Clank. He's 5-head. That's basically all you need to know.
Hey, it's Maynard, the Mortis helper bot. Must have wandered in through the rift somehow.
There is the Speetle.
There is the Speetle. Why did the camera do that? That was weird. I want to collect things, alright, game? Don't be switching on me like that. Yeah, and there's no maps in these areas, so I have to just make sure I check everything and try to not miss anything.
No, don't hide! Ah!
Hitting its...
Well, hello there.
Oh, frick!
Dear.
Yo, where can I run with it? This is so fun.
Maybe Maynard can lead me to the Morts.
Wait a minute, is there stuff like all over the map?
So cool.
Yo! Okay, we're gonna put that on. Hold up. Oh, wait, so we can put both of them on. Okay, so it's almost like all of our items are like the same thing. Ah, I see how this works. Okay, I'm gonna go exploring, man. It looks like they let you go over here, too. Maybe? Nah. I could definitely go over here. Let's try to do this. Alright, I hit those. Yo, this is pretty cool. Alright. See what else I can... You got some stuff over here. Nice. Yo! Sounds gross. I wasn't even thinking about the sound, but I guess, yeah. I can understand that. How it can sound, kind of gross sounding. Okay, now that you said that, I hear it even more. What the hell? Alright. Oh, here we go. Some more bolts. Here's some more bolts. Dang, this game's really cool, though. full hentai mode. I think that's about it. I think I looked at everything. Where did that come from originally? Oh, dope. Oh no, I'm missing things. No! I'm missing things! Frick. I don't want to miss things! What up? Oh, there's more. I can grab more easily, so okay, this is okay. We're good! We're good! Yeah, I highly recommend this game. This game is a lot of fun so far. I'm really enjoying it. Alright. Do I need one of those to do this part? Oh, okay. I think I do to make that distance there. Yeah. Wait, can she... Can I make this? Because I have Clank. Oh, yeah, I can make that. What the hell? I didn't need them for that. Let's go for it. I didn't... Oh, I forgot there's no map. I was about to check. I didn't miss anything, right? Alright. Love video games and hentai. Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart is the game for you. Yeah, I definitely need them for that. That gap I cannot make. Oh, when I'm done streaming, remind me to bookmark that. What? Oh. Woohoo!
Now if we could get away from this, acid.
Come on, Maynard. Let's find the Morts.
Now if we could get away from this acid.
Come on, Maynard.
I think I went the wrong
Morts.
way. I think that's what the game was telling me. You went the wrong way. That must be what the game was telling me. Because I just insta-died for no reason. Oh, I'm supposed to be following Mort. That's why. I wasn't following Mort.
Look out!
I got it.
Look out! I missed some boxes. My brain doesn't like it.
Sometimes I don't crash. Stop! 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 There's the gelatonium factory. I'm coming, Morts.
We didn't follow that Lombax and his robo-pet
I
across
missed stuff.
dimensions just to get
No!
stopped
I don't
by
think it
some
was. This was
buzzballs.
boxes, though.
So you got like
might be okay.
9.5 seconds to tell us where they're at. 1.
Hang on there now.
All right, hold on. Let me push my chair back. My seat's getting a little bit squishy. All right.
See? They are looking for Ratchet. I am telling the truth.
Whatever, Bolts. I'm gonna save my friends. Hey, I know where you can find a Lombax.
Oh! Ow. Oh, I forgot I had this weapon out. Okay, let's see. I was like, I wanted to test the range and see how much the range is. It actually seems like it's pretty decent. Okay, their attack has AoE,
Through the dimensional vortex
but
as
I gotta be cautious of that. Oh no, no, I went right in that. No! Oh my god! Holy frick, I didn't see you! Oh god! Oh my chocolate eye! Okay, we switching things up. Oh man. I did not see that, bro. I did not see that. Alright, alright. we're gonna scatter bomb. Yeah. That was the right weapon for that situation. Can I throw a scatter bomb on you directly? Yes, I can. That is dope. Mr. Fun Guy is helping me. I keep saying, what did I keep saying? Oh, I thought I could jump and dodge it. Nope, AoE too strong. I needed to dodge to the left or the right.
Mort! Good, you're okay.
Us? Oh, when we heard those fellas were after a Lombax, we were worried about you. Well, next thing we know, you're here saving our behinds.
Wait, where are the others?
Well, some of the Morts are stuck inside of that mess there. Not a clue what it is. All I know is it keeps getting bigger. Oh, between that and our new neighbor up there, we're not doing too fine.
Don't worry, I'll take care of it. Oh, and to keep you all busy while I'm gone, got this at Zerky's. Mort can finally fix that ship she's been working on.
Zerky's? Oh, those pirates didn't give you any trouble, did they?
Only a little.
You can give this to Mort yourself once you get her from that purple mess over there.
Alright. Part of me wants to go back and collect things I missed. I did miss. I knew it! There's raritanium over there, folks. Part of me wants to go back to get that. Where is that? Am I going the wrong way? Oops, I did not mean to hit that button again. Just casually collecting the bolts I left behind. Excuse me, excuse me. Can I go back, though? Can I get a speed beetle over here? Wait a minute. Can I actually not do it? I thought there was going to be one that I can grab. There's one all the way over there? Is that... What the hell? Oh. I guess I can't go back there yet. What about over here, though? Is there anything over here I can do? Doesn't look like it, folks. Doesn't look like it. Looks like I'm gonna have to wait to do that. Oh well, let's keep going. Let's see what new weapons we can get. There's gotta be something in here, right? No? Just more of these dudes? Okay. Wait.
Don't tell me. My glove thingy can interact with that rift thingy.
Your rift tether, yes. Try aiming at the rift.
Yo, I'm exploring right now. Okay, Clank? I'll do that when I'm ready. Is there really, like, nothing over here? Dang, y'all. Y'all place is boring as hell. Alright, let's try that rift. Let's see what's over. Ooh, it's just a yellow. It's just a gold bolt. I don't know why it's a yellow.
That was
How did this get here?
How did this get here? This game is making me want to collect things. That's very rare. This is very impressive so far. Looks like I can get over there from that direction at some point, so that might be something to look into. Alright, we're gonna look into... Wait, what do you do?
How's it floating, Maynard?
Oh, this is Maynard. I was calling him Mort by a mistake. My bad, I mixed up the names. Alright, let's see. Can I get that other weapon now? Yeah?
Hit them over and over again with the ricochet.
Oh no! I don't have enough bolts for the first time ever.
We're packing heat now.
Let's see what it looks like. Is it worth? Okay, frick buying any more of the troll weapons. I'll save those for another time. I want to have enough for these. That one that turns them into plants is a troll weapon. That's kind of cool. I like it. I want that.
Next stop, hideout. Just have to lower the bridge somehow.
I don't see any more rifts or anything. Alright, so the game wants me... What is this? What was this one? How do I know which one's which? Why don't they tell you? That's weird. Oh, I don't think so. Well, I think this is the anomaly. So this is the side quest. I want to do the side. I wanted to make sure I wasn't gonna do the story and then leave them and not do what they needed to do.
May I take a look? I have some experience with dimensional anomalies.
Sure.
Oh, frick. Are we doing a Clank section?
Greetings! Welcome! How did you get in here?
Okay, that looks beautiful.
Where exactly is, here?
Oh, you don't know? Well, I don't either. It appears to be a space between dimensions. Could be nothing. Could be a cascading entropic fissure that will soon turn the entire universe into a formless soup. Time will tell.
Oh dear. Well, I am Clank. Please allow me to help.
Right, yes, Clank.
Why does that look so beautiful?
The all-seeing cosmic prophet of interdimensional sector 2255 phase Omega. But you can call me Gary. Here we are, Clank. Former warbot, teamed up with the Lombax. Became a hero. Ooh, good for you. Ooh, friend of my father. I see.
Your father?
You might just be the one I've been waiting for. Would you like to help me fix the dimensions?
Is this like a puzzle?
The dimensions? And why are there copies of me running around?
They're your possibilities. The key to repairing this anomaly. But first, pick up that nearby sphere.
But first... There we go.
This is a lift sphere. It can reduce the gravity on any object it touches. It seems your possibilities are what keeps an anomaly from collapsing.
Yo, what's up,
They
Practice?
look like you because that's how you interpret dimensionality.
How are you doing today?
But, as you can see, they've lost their way. If you can guide them to the meta terminal ahead, you will begin to repair this anomaly.
I thought I almost fell. I thought I was about to die right there.
Now,
oh, I thought they were dying.
and you'll be one step
Oh no, what's wrong?
this dimensional
You want to talk
anomaly.
about it? I'm always down to listen. All right. Okay, this is a kind of a cool puzzle. I like this.
Things are slowly starting to make sense.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Speaking.
I know that is it's hard to deal with. My grandmother passed last year, and it was was it last year? No, I think it was actually this year. What's this? And it wasn't easy, honestly. Everybody handles grief differently, so definitely you know, I know it's hard when you know that someone's in a terminal position.
That'll get you moving.
I think that's even harder because like unexpected death, but it, like is a little bit easier to handle. But I think that when you have when you're dealing with something that you know someone's not in a good place and it could be any time, it's hard to deal with that a lot, you know.
see.
What the hell? What is that doing? That is... Oh my Lord Jesus. Okay, that is not a great death. That is not a good death. Alright. Let's try this. That is also not a good death. Alright. Is there something I can do here? Oh! I could break those.
Give me a lift.
Okay, so I gotta think here. They get slowed down first and then they hop up? I'm thinking that's how that would work. Let's see. Yeah, they're not making it. So do they, if I slow them down first, would I slow them down first or? Let's see. Yeah, that's working. Okay. I thought so, but I wasn't sure. But yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. It is definitely hard to go through. So you aren't alone with it. If you want to talk about it, you can always DM me. Or just be kind to yourself, really. The reality of it is, no matter how you're grieving and no matter what the circumstances are, always just be kind to yourself and let yourself just feel the emotions that you need to feel. What the? Oh, sorry, I was confused. Just feel the emotions you need to feel, whatever they may be. But yeah, I wish you the best with that. I know it's not easy.
Optimistic.
My grandmother passed suddenly, and it was like very, it was just, I don't know, it's weird when that happens.
I feel myself learning something by...
And then, like I was saying, someone having a terminal illness is also extremely hard to deal with. Oh, crush.
Now, read your possibilities to the final meta terminal.
What?
And not to stress you out, but there's a lot riding on this.
Dude, why am I so slow? Oh, wait, you can put something on that. I didn't know you can put it on that. What does that do? What if I put it on that? What does that do? Oh! Okay. Okay, game. I see what you mean. I see what you mean.
If I fix this anomaly, will that fix all the damage that has been done in this dimension?
Oh, no. Anomalies are spreading too quickly to do that. I'm afraid a dimensional cataclysm is coming, and our only hope to stop it is with that which caused it.
Wait a minute, what the hell?
Indeed. But if repairing anomalies is helping you learn about dimensionality, I think you'll soon be able to learn enough to save us all. Hopefully.
How do I,
if I will be able to solve all of this in the end.
What makes you say that?
It has been a long time since I've been a hero. And with everything that happened with the Dimension Ender, I am...
I don't get it, like...
In times of great stress,
did I just cheat?
My life.
I cheated, didn't I?
To take things one step at a time.
That didn't really benefit me. How is that even benefiting my eye sac? I'm missing something about this puzzle, aren't I? That doesn't even really slow it down that much. Like, you're still gonna die by it. It's not doing anything to it, if you think about it.
I hope I'm not interrupting your process, but I think there are more spheres left to find.
Oh. I'm trying to cheat, okay? There we go. I'll put you here for now. Oh. Wait a minute. So do I gotta do that same thing I did before, like where I have a slow one? That's a weird Jack game. Nah, it's not Jack.
Things are looking up now.
All right. So I gotta put this back in that, so that stays up. And we're trying to go over here. Okay, so gotta move this. Like, no, what the dick? That's not where I put it. Move it like that, and then we bring this one over here. All right, I think this is right. I think this is what we gotta do. That one fell off still. I turned them over too late. Rip.
That's it, Clank. You repaired the anomaly, and now we're one step closer to stopping the dimension.
I don't understand how I was supposed to get that though. Like, was I cheating? Oh wait, you probably are supposed to use the second one to hold it up, right? Or something like that. That's probably what you're supposed to do, because I definitely broke that. I wasn't supposed to be able to jump like that. I really have fun breaking games, apparently. That's the speedrunner in me.
So then I says, listen, Mort. You, Mort, and Mort better hide that lemonade before Mort shows up.
Whoa! You saved them! How did you do that?
I am uncertain.
Rivet! How the heck are you?
Look who it is! You would not believe my luck today. My trip to Nefarious City went totally sideways. I wrecked my ship, and
You go on and leave that one to old Mort. Well, assuming you brought that part I asked for, I'll have this old thing in ship shape.
I thought I heard something else, but okay. I guess, because like that's what I was confused about. Like, who's the other Mort? Like, what? Kitty? Hey, Zemnis.
Welcome
Zemnis. Nope, ran away from me. Okay. Did we get bolts in that? I don't think we did. I don't think we did. Dang it. I'm below. I need more.
When you find something you like.
All right. Oh, here's some. Speaking of bolts. Oh, this doesn't look that great. We should probably help. Oh, crabadibadoo.
Hi! You sure are one big grunthor.
I hope you have enough ammo.
Dude, I did. Wait, is he attacking me? I was trying to help you. What the frick? I was trying to help you. I thought we were on the same team. We're not friends? Okay, we're not friends. Not friends. Noted. How much does that do? Doesn't do that much. Let's bring out Mr. Fungi. Mr. Fungi, Booty Eye. And we're gonna try to shoot out this big thing. Oh! Oh no, I didn't know you charged. Balls to the wall. Is there any ammo for this? You're gonna run. There you go. Yeah. I got you now. I see what you're doing. All right, we're just gonna use this until we run out of ammo. That did a good bit of damage, I gotta say, man. Not bad. Let's bring out you. Just shoot you up. Sorry, buddy.
Thanks for looking out. I'll find a way over.
Dang. Ooh, you see that over there? Oh, I missed something over here too. Hold up. Even try to make sure I'm getting these. You gotta make sure we upgrade these weapons. Is there anything I can fly to that I can manipulate? No, I don't see it. I don't see it. All right, hold on. Let's see. What's this? Sarg. So was I over there? Yeah, I had that. That's one that I should be able to get. I just missed it. Pretty sure I should be able to get that. Shush, lady, I don't have enough bolts. Is them just being sus? Oh, okay. Ooh, yep, I just missed that. Dang, I'm not really good. I'm not really catching some of these. I gotta think about the fact that they can appear in a lot of different ways. All right, so let's go to where we're supposed to be. I don't think I can get back to this way yet. That's where I really want to be, but because I missed that. But we'll just keep going here. And I still don't think I have enough bolts, even though I just got a bit. We're nowhere near that. Let's refill. We can refill our health though and ammo. Sugar pie, honey bun. You know I love you. Can't help myself. I remember that song, but I don't remember that song at the same time. Like I don't remember what I'm remembering.
Mort here bet you wouldn't beat that gruntor, but thanks to you, I just won myself a new pair of socks.
Nice. I thought it was more complicated than that. I don't know why. That weapon was strong. It's something for yeah, I see it. What? Oh, maybe. Yeah, I probably only know. I think I've heard it in like movies and stuff, honestly. I feel like it's one of those things where you hear it in like a million movies.
Just remember I have plans around 3, so you should probably stop around 2 to 2:30 if we are going to do that stuff with the cats before I do that.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I should probably stop earlier. I was thinking about that. I was considering it, like, I was like, I probably shouldn't stream as long this time because you got stuff to do with the kitty witties. Alright, here we go. Get this. I'm actually not that bad at this game. Like, I'm not playing at the hardest difficulty, and like, I don't think I'm not suffering that much. I was expecting to be much worse coming back to Ratchet and Clank, but I'm actually like not that bad. This game is making me rethink my decision. This game is making me want to put Ratchet and Clank second in my list of like original classic games because this game is a lot of fun. And the original trilogy was a lot of fun too.
As well.
And then I think Tools of Destruction was a lot of fun. So like there are a lot of really fun Ratchet and Clank games. The only thing I really didn't like about Ratchet and Clank is it felt like, yeah, Jack is #1, but it felt like with Ratchet and Clank, like they just sometimes throw just a bunch of enemies at you, and it's like I don't have fun just repeatedly killing things over and over again. Like there was a lot of that in Ratchet, and that was what I didn't like about it. That was what I would say made me more likely to say, hey, this isn't really that great. Because, you know, Jack, you have a good amount of enemies in that game, but they don't overdo it. Like, I feel like Jack is just like, everything is so good about Jack. Jack is just great all around. But, Crash is really good. But my only thing I don't like about Crash as much is I'm just not really into the whole 2.5D thing, you know? But when it comes to Ratchet and Clank, when it comes to, oops. I threw him at the wrong place. According to, when it comes to, like, how enjoyable is this? How enjoyable, you know, is Crash? I had a lot of fun with it. The challenge was fun, engaging, and stuff like that. So that's what really, you know, gets me. Do I have fun playing this game? Am I enjoying myself? When I have hordes of enemies like sometimes Ratchet and Clank would do, I don't enjoy that as much. Ooh, that's not that fun to me. But I have a lot of fun, like, in these states where, like, I don't feel like that's happening. I feel like there's a decent amount of enemies around, and then there's parts where you can explore, and, like, I feel like I'm getting more out of I'm having a better experience than I've had with some of the other Ratchet and Clank games, where it just feels like they're just throwing enemies out there just to have enemies there. Like, that's not fun. I don't have fun with that. But with Crash, I have fun with the gameplay, but the 2.5D just isn't my thing. Like, that's not my strong suit. Like, I prefer, like, 3D platformer style, like Jack and Ratchet and Clank. So it's like a mixture of different things that makes me want to put them at different ratings. But hands down, Crash, Ratchet and Clank, and Jack are my favorite that I've played out of all of the original games so far. Like, Spyro might come in there and sneak up on somebody. We'll see. But so far, I gotta say, I've enjoyed those 3 series the most. Am I missing another thing so I can make it go all the way? Because they only went, like, part way. You struggled hard at the other ones, not the hardest difficulty. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I don't know if they made it easier or if it just, I'm getting better. Like, I don't know it's hard for me to know what the difference is. I feel like if I were to go back and play the other games, I might not struggle as much. But I don't know. I don't really know what is I don't know what's the big motivator for me there. Wait a minute. What the hell? Why did this...
There has to be another way across.
Yeah, because the bridge didn't work.
What if I succeed in jumping across?
Just scoping it out.
Okay, I love that he actually said that. Because I would definitely try it.
Get way too excited about hooking stuff up to those pressure locks. Oh.
I think we're gonna have to ride some of these again. So I'm gonna try to ride these and get back to here because I kind of gotta redeem myself there.
Let's go!
Okay, we didn't boost, but that means I can use this as an opportunity to get back over here. Is that the right way? Yes, it is.
Almost home. And there's another Grunthor in the way.
I do regret this.
Oh no, I'm going the wrong way. No. No, Daddy, no. Daddy, no. They just kill you like that?
Almost home. And there's another Grunthor in the way.
What? I just got teleported to it. Oh my god. Dude, that is such a speed strat. What the frick? It might not be faster though. I don't know if it's faster than just like...
Come on. We both know how this is gonna end, big guy.
Oh, frick, I ran out already. Dang it. no, I saw that and I couldn't. I didn't dash. Oops.
Has Rye stopped whining out? Or can I just not hear it?
I don't hear it anymore. I was wondering the same thing. Oh no. Oh, my cock and balls, dude. My camera wasn't turned the right way, alright? Trying to get these guys out of the way first so I can just focus on the... Oh, there you are. She's probably drained herself out. Woo! Oh Lord Jesus, it's a cock. All right, here we go. Oh, okay, we're good. Yo, we leveled up the Enforcer. And we got some extra ammo. I think it gave us ammo, full ammo. Oh, ah! Oh, okay, we're fine. Oh, they just keep coming, that's why. Like, why do you guys, like, why is there, like, so many of y'all? Hold on, we got all these bolts, though, because we need them bolts. We need them bolts. That's the only benefit to having so many of those, because I can just farm bolts. Alright, let's see. I have that filled again. Oh, cop! Shadow bomb leveled up. Oops, I threw that way too far. All right, what do I have? What can I use on you? I can throw another Mr. Fun guy. I don't really see the point of this, but I just throw it out just because. Oh my God! It actually works on the boss. It kind of worked on the boss. I wasn't expecting that. I thought, see, like, usually weapons like that don't work on bosses. Oh, crick. I wasn't ready for that. Ah, my mom's balls! Oh, no, no, no! I was doing so well! Help! No! Oh my God, that was my first death. Are you serious? That was my first actual death, I think. I was doing so freaking well. Oh no, bro. I kind of got cucked there. I was wide in the open. I didn't have any rocks near me. Dang it. Does everything still... Ooh, I still keep the... I think I still keep the levels, though. So, like, now I get some a chance to, like, upgrade them more. Uh-oh. I don't know if I can dodge while I'm bursting that, can I?
Plans are cancelled. He and Alicia need to go to the airport since the airport lost their luggage apparently.
Are you serious? See, that's another one of my biggest fears of planes. I'm literally terrified that they will lose my stuff. Why does that happen so often? Whoa! I didn't see you there, buddy. Ooh, blast pistol level 5. Okay. Okay, so we don't got ammo. We got some more ammo.
At first, the airport told me it got loaded onto the wrong flight. The flight came in and it's still missing, so they need to file complaints and all kinds of shit going on.
Yeah, the process of dealing with that seems annoying. Yo, why am I wasting it on that? Hold up. You guys keep scaring me. You come up around me and ish. Give me some space, bro. I think the thing literally had like no health when I died, didn't it? I think I had like barely any health. I just keep getting distracted by those. I just gotta... Okay, throw out Mr. Fungi. And then we're gonna... Oh, calm down. Woo! Level 2. Ah! Prick. Suck your balls, dick. Alright, hold on. Let me go and grab all these bolts. There's probably bolts everywhere.
Now for my final enemy, the Mortz's pressure locks.
Bolts everywhere for me. For me. Yeah. Alright, let's go. Let's go. I think I'm a freaking gamer with this right now. Like, I should have won the first time. I kind of choked. I won't lie. Ooh, hey there. Kind of choked, I won't lie. But that's okay. Because we are still making a lot of progress. Huh? Aw. I can still get off early though, so with the cats. Because that's still important to make time for. We got new cats and it's taking a while to get them to be okay with living with each other, so we have to keep doing... Oh, cuck, I was stretching! We have to keep doing different maneuvers to make sure that they're okay to live with each other and that they will accept each other. Our cat Rye is being very territorial as I expected, so we have to do a lot to get her to calm down and be okay with new cats. And what they recommend is keeping them in different rooms and stuff like that so that they can do their own thing and get used to each other's scents without seeing each other. So what we want to try to do is open up the doors eventually and then allow Rye to... Ah, dang it. I thought I could scale that. I really like the movement tech in this game. I feel like I like manipulating it. Anyways, I don't think there's anything up there, right? This is where I'm supposed to be anyway. Alright. Think we got everything over here. Let's do this. But yeah, we gotta do whatever we can to get Rye to be comfy. And get used to the fact there are other cats. So, right, we've had them in 2 different areas and we switched them. So later on, we're going to try to open the door. But we have to make sure that we're watching them to make sure that they don't fight each other. Because, like, once fighting happens, that's when you got to stop. That's when you got to intervene and stop them. You don't want them to fight each other. That's not good. I don't know why I thought I saw some boxes over there. What the hell? So hopefully none of that will happen. Wait, what? What did they say when I did this? I wasn't paying attention. Oop.
It appears that these locks must be hit quickly.
Yep, Morts are funny like that. There. Time to find out the truth about you.
My bad, bro.
If only I could talk
My
with
bad,
Ratchet.
broski. Yo, what's up, Manto? Thank you. Appreciate it. Ooh, what's over here? Can I cheat it? Can I cheat it? Okay, it doesn't look like there's anything over there. Okay. Never mind. But yeah, hopefully the cats will be able to get along with each other. That's what I'm hoping. Or see. But we just have to make sure they're not fighting. I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
Home sweet home.
Okay, here we are.
Why are you so hesitant to trust?
Something tells me there's gonna be something in here that I need to get.
Robots aren't really my thing, especially when they're tearing my galaxy apart.
I am not. I was trying to help Ratchet find the other Lombaxes.
We'll see the truth soon enough. Once I scan you and the infobot I found in Nefarious City.
Things are pretty good. We just got we got 2 new cats that we adopted, and we're trying to get. Well, we didn't adopt them yet. We're hopefully gonna adopt them. We're fostering them for right now, but our hope is that we can adopt them in the end. But our cat Rye is very territorial, so I think it is. Like, I think she feels like I don't want you guys in my space. I own this space. This is my area. Like, I just think Rye is very territorial. Cats are territorial, period, but I think Rye is just very territorial. So we're trying to get them to kind of warm up to each other and see if they can possibly coexist together. I'm hoping that they can. Yeah, coexist is the bare minimum.
Safe for
But
now.
we have to, you know, work through it. So we have them like staying in different areas, and then we switch them. So right now the new cats are out here, but they're like exploring. I don't know where the hell they are. I was gonna show them, but I don't know where they are. So yeah, I could post pictures on Twitter too. I forgot about that. But yeah, I don't even see them. But yeah, they're out here getting comfortable. The idea is to help them get exposed to the other cat's scent. So if they're both being in the same areas but not at the same exact time,
So
they can kind of get
you
used
were
to each
being
other's
honest.
scents and
As I have been
hopefully be able to
repeatedly.
be okay with each other. So
You're
we'll see.
Nefarious. He looks a lot like mine.
Oh, my
Evil
bad.
like him too. And that Lombax. I know it might sound crazy, but
You think he is your dimensional counterpart.
Dimensional
or something.
counterpart.
Look, whatever's going on here, we're gonna fix it.
I can post some on Twitter
I
too.
thought robots are not
I
your
actually just
thing.
keep forgetting to take pictures. I don't know what my
all of
problem
them,
is.
just
I need to make a
most.
whole new
You know, like the
Google
Emperor,
Photos
stupid
album
followers,
for them.
Pirates. Yeah, I see the irony too.
Oh, I apologize. I did not mean to,
You feel bad? Even though I just watched your brain diary thingy?
Oh, they love each other. I'm just kidding. I don't know if that's the direction they're going in this game or not. I'm pretty sure Ratchet's probably the bay. Oh! Okay, that is scary as hell, I won't lie. If I saw that, I'd probably die. No! There was some things I could have collected, probably.
No.
Dang it. Wait a minute, there were boats there.
Hey, that's my annoying robot!
Deploying amphibious explosives
Misses!
to neutralize hostile furball.
Just give me a second, hold up. Ah, dang it! I knew it. I knew it. Oh yeah, let me have this. I'm hoping that I can just go back and explore this area because I keep missing stuff. Alrighty.
Escapede's flight stabilizer should be on its
R1
back.
to launch
If I can get
off
up there and hit it, I can
ramps.
bring the whole thing down.
I mean, if she gets out, she gets out. But yeah, we switched them. We basically switched the cats. Okay, it actually worked. Okay, that was amazing. Yeah, she probably gave up. Yeah, this has been really hard on Rye. I feel so bad.
You must be so
Oh, we playing again. Okay. Oh, frick. Wait a minute. What? Did I get hurt? Did I get... Oh, wait. Wait, hold on. I gotta see how to fight you. Do I just shoot you? I guess I just shoot your balls.
Give me back my robot. The Emperor's got some weak standards if that's all you got.
Oh, you guys are... Oh, frick. I didn't see the dudes. The little dudes. Wow, you're killing them yourself, bro. Why are you killing your own homie bros? That's kind of whack, bro.
Backup power has almost restored the flight stabilizer. How delightful!
What? No, you're not getting away from me.
Uh-oh, we ran out of ammo. Frick. Do something! And, yeah, we'll use this. This will get down a lot of your health.
Time to change tactics. Deploying amphibious explosives.
Throw whatever you want. You're not getting away
Alright,
from me.
I'm not gonna go fast here because I don't really know what I'm supposed to be doing, so we're just gonna try to go slow. Yeah, when you boost it, it goes hella fast, and it's hard. It's kind of hard to turn. It's like a tight turn, a little bit.
I can't get to the flight stabilizer until I jump on that thing's back.
Oh, here we go. This boss kind of looks like Squidward. Sorry, I was talking to Tyga. Tyga just walked in. Or we have our cats separated, so like we're trying ideally not to break that. Oops, I wasted that shot. What the hell? Wait, what's going on? Ow, that hurt. What the hell? I don't understand. What does this mean? Oh no, my health is bad. Ow, my cock! Okay, at least you put me here.
Most definitely assured now.
Bring it.
Wait, you weren't doing this last time. I'm confused. What are you doing?
Why don't you let me drive that thing?
I don't understand what's going on during this part. That's why I keep getting hurt. I'm very confused. You weren't doing that last time. Why are you doing that now? You're weird.
I cannot get enough of this.
No, what am I doing, bro? Stop trolling. Please stop. There we go. Here we go. I wasn't dodging right. Alright, while that's happening, we're gonna throw out Mr. Fun Guy, because I see ammo for him. We're gonna throw out maybe 2 of you. I need to jump immediately. There we go. Can this reach? Uh-oh! Oh, I almost messed up. Can that reach? I think it is hitting it. Oh, wow. You got more range than I realized. Oh, no more ammo. Frick. Let's throw more bombs. Yeah! We almost first tried it. I just messed up. Queen Black Dragon. First try?
You okay, Bolts?
You came after me.
Oh my god!
Thank you.
Just kidding.
Yeah, well, we've still got some
So
unfinished
sentimental, I'm crying, bro.
Ooh, we should
Oh,
see if Mort
see, I always
picks
think
up
I'm
the ship.
still in a cutscene. I swear to God. This game confuses me. Alright. Anything over here I'm missing? No, I just missed it everywhere else. Alright, great. Alright. Ooh, apparently I can explore this area, but I don't know if I don't think I can do it yet. I think I'm supposed to be going.
By the way,
Ooh.
how about I hook you up with a signal booster to fix that communicator of yours?
But that would be delightful.
Not as thrilling as what we're gonna find in this infobot, but it'll be close.
Alright, a minute. Wait, what? Why did I say that? That was weird. Alright, a minute. Oh! Oh, frick! I didn't realize what was going on. I just got
Baba
slapped.
has some toys from that list I have. Eyes.
Whoa, nice. What toys did you get them? I was wondering if we should get Rye like one of those toys where, you know, the toys where it like the things are like constantly moving. I think that's what Rye would need. But I think that they might like any toy. I don't know. But I'm curious what toys you decided to get them. So, okay, I can get. Hold on, where? I want to get on this so I can look at the other areas. All right, so if I get on you, what I want to try to do is go back here. Can I do that? Can I do that with you? Can I do that correctly? All right, so then we're gonna go, and then we're gonna turn to the right. We're gonna turn to the right, like that. All right. Then we go like this. Is this right so far? No, that's not right so far. Frick! Wait, what? Yo? Uh-oh, I'm about to get soft locked. Yo, where am? Oh, frick. Never mind. I was like, I thought I could manipulate that. Okay, wait. Where did it put me? It put me back here, right? I think. Why does it seem like you can go over? Oh. Why does it seem like you can go that direction, but when I do it, I can't go that direction? Am I losing it? Am I snoozing it? Yeah, it says you can go. It shows me. Oh, wait a minute. Do I have to go up there to do it? How do I go up there? Alright, let's just ride around a little bit, see what's going on. I don't think I can go that way. Alright. I want to go back here. Can I not do that? I should be able to do that. Can I go around this way, maybe? Okay, I think the golden bolt is in that. I don't think I can get in that just yet, but I think I can go around this way. Okay. It was a bunch of things she had in the room we saw them in, which they used some of that stuff during the meeting, so I know they would use it at least for a little at times. Okay, that's good. Or I might like some of it too, even if we don't adopt them. What do you think there's a chance we won't adopt them? Did I hit something? I'm just trying to go back to that other area, man. Where is it? Oh, wait a minute. I think I have to keep them on the land if I'm gonna do that. Okay, hold up. We gotta go back. We gotta go this way. We gotta go backwards, I think. We gotta go up here. Then we turn down here. That's how we do it. Well, let me take it this far. Yes. All right, now we're back to where I wanted to do. There we go. Here we go. This is a lot of stuff that I skipped because they made me take that thing right away. Now I can explore a bit more over here. Dang, this game is so beautiful, man. It's so goddamn beautiful. I love it. I love it. I love the balls. Well, I was just being way more of a dick than I expected. I think that it'll be fine. But the thing is, I told you that this happens. Like, I told you that the way Rye is acting will mean that this is not going to be that easy. Rye's very territorial with the way she acts with us. That's why she's acting like this. It can be fixed. Like, we can work with it. I think that if we definitely try to let them come out together today after they got to smell each other in different areas like that. Ooh, can I, like, I don't know if the game will let me do that. I was like, can I get on you to manipulate you? That would be really cool. Ooh, what can I do over here now? I don't see much of anything. But I missed stuff. The direction I need to go in is this way? I missed something over here. Oh, there it is. There it is. All right. Yes. Yes, mommy. All right. Oh, I didn't realize I had that weapon out. Get out of here! Okay. Did I go up in there? This feels unique. No, I don't think I was in here. Was I? What the hell? What is this? Oh, this is where that other rift was. Oh, yeah! I did want to come back in here, too. Because I didn't really get to explore this area either because I triggered a cutscene by mistake. Did I really not miss anything but the rift? Interesting. Let's go in here, though.
That's a lot of explosives. Better be careful.
Ooh, Raretinium. Yeah. Alright. Alright. This is a cool area so far. I like it. I like it a lot. I need these this time. I need these. Dude, I manipulated. Ooh, they come back. Okay. Something makes me want to try to go out to this, but I know I'm gonna die, so I'm not gonna do it. Yo, what the hell? Okay. Alright, this is really cool. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. You good? Or is there a problem?
Done and done. Woo.
Wait a minute, I'm getting more with her than I got with Ratchet, I think. I didn't get any boots with Ratchet. Dang, girl, looking good. Looking thick. Oh, yeah, I forgot. It doesn't matter because I think it applies to all of them no matter what. I think that's how it works. All right. That was fun. That was a little nice area. This kind of thing reminds me of, what's that game? Super Mario Galaxy. That's the vibes that gives me. Like, these little rift areas. Because that's kind of how, like, Super Mario Galaxy was. There's, like, certain places that you can go that you can get items or get things from, and then you just go back to the main area and stuff. I don't know. I never beat that game. Aw, what the hell? That's cute. Anyway, I never beat that game, so... But I did enjoy it. That's one of the Nintendo games that I really would like to go back and beat sometime, because I never beat it, and I feel like that's wrong. I feel like it's wrong for me to not have beaten it. It's weird. The weird thing about it is they want you to use the nunchuck when you play it, so like it has this like awkward feel to it, and I was not a fan of the nunchuck at that time. So I wasn't having a lot of fun playing it, forcing myself to use that. But I've kind of, what do you say, gotten over that kind of mindset now. Like I'm way more open to trying things like that now. So I'm more open-minded. I was way more closed-minded back then. So I was like, ew, Nintendo stuff sucks. I'm just gonna play my PlayStation. So like that's kind of like my mentality back then. But now I'm not like that anymore. So like I'm totally down to giving all Nintendo stuff another try. Because I'm just like way more open-minded now and really enjoy. Oh, I got you. There we go. Wait, can I grab this? Oh, yeah, we can. Okay, what I want to do... Is this the right way? Yeah. I want to see if I can get to that bolt from here. I probably can't. Right? I can... There's some stuff over here. I don't know if it's what I need to get the bolt, but there's ish. Was I supposed to be over here? Something tells me I cheated right now. I feel like I cheated. Alright. Yeah, I would try Mort the Chicken too. It's just like, what I noticed with PlayStation 1 games is they're very complicated, where it's like, it's not very easy to have a PlayStation 1 game. Like, for some reason, they really don't like slim PS2s. Like, some of them I put in the slim PS2 and they sound like they're about to explode it. So, like, I like to use my other PlayStation 2 to play them. I still have the other one, so I could do that. But yeah, like, I'm just not a big fan of getting PS1 games because of because of that. But I wouldn't mind playing Mort the Chicken. I'm open-minded to playing anything at this point. That's literally where I'm at as a streamer and a gamer. Like, I really just want to play anything I can. So after I'm done playing all these PlayStation series, I'm definitely planning to jump into a lot of the games that people have been recommending. So more PC games, anything really. Ooh, can I? Ooh. Oh, I maybe could manipulate that. Anyway, but yeah, like I'm way more interested in playing a lot of these games now, like games that I wasn't open to playing before. So I definitely have a lot of content to stream. So I can definitely be streaming for many, many years and still not have completed all the games that I've wanted to complete. But yeah, my plan is to finish this game. Once I finish this game, I would have completed the whole entire Ratchet and Clank series. Then I was gonna jump into Psychonauts 2, which is a PC game, because I really love Psychonauts. I love the first Psychonauts, Well, okay, no one cares about that one. All the ones that are on like weird stuff, that doesn't really matter. Like Vita, I played Daxter. To be fair, I played Daxter, so I could do that. Because like I have a PlayStation TV, so it's not that hard. Was I supposed to be over here? I feel like I'm cheating. Like, I feel like this is an area I was supposed to come back to or something. If not, it's fine. I can play... Size Matter is on the Vita, right? Does the Vita store still work? I can't remember what happened with all that. If the Vita store still works, I can buy it, but... Because the Vita allows you to buy, like, PS2 game, like, PSP games as well. And I'm pretty sure I could probably play it there, but I don't know if I can still buy it, but if I can still buy it, I can try it. Either way, I was gonna go to, my plan was to go to Psychonauts 2 after this. I could do Size Matters after that, but I definitely want to do Psychonauts 2. And then I was gonna literally just start playing, ooh, freaky, okay. At that point, I was literally, ow, my foot's falling asleep. I was literally just gonna start playing, like, anything. All the things that people have recommended me to play, like a lot of casual games that people have been recommending that I never get to and stuff. I'm literally just gonna start going through those and stuff like that. Oh, no. I was gonna do Spyro. I forgot Spyro. Psychonauts 2 and then Spyro. That's what I was gonna do. And then I would start playing all the games that people have recommended me. So that's the plan. That's the order of things I want to try to go in, but there's no real rush anymore. Like I just do what I have fun doing at this point and what people like to see. I know a lot of people aren't going to watch me play through this because I know this is like a game that a lot of people don't have access to, which is totally fine, but I've held back on playing it and I'm just kind of at the point where it's like, nah, I just want to play it. I just want to have a good time with it. And if people want to I always will save all my VODs of me playing through these games, so if people ever want to watch that, they can always watch it later on if they want. But either way, I'm still going to be streaming it because I'm just having a good time with it. But yeah, I can consider that. If you think Size Matters is a good enough game that you think it's worth it, I wouldn't mind trying it out. Yo, what's up, JT? How you doing? Hold up, though, for a second, because I can't remember if you had a specific way you wanted me to refer to you. So let me just check that out real quick. Who hurt me? Get out of here, bro. All right. Okay, JT. Okay, so I did it right. So you like to be called JT. How are you doing, JT? Appreciate you stopping in. The gamble bot can be a little bit mean sometimes, you know, if that's what you were talking about. But it be like that sometimes. You just gotta accept your fate. All right. So we'll be over here, be doing the thing. So that's the objective. I still don't understand how to get that bolt. It looks like I highly doubt there's gonna be something there, right? And I could try to go over here and explore, but I'm wondering what the actual story mode is gonna make me do. Like the story mode would probably make me go that. Wait a minute, I skipped an area over there. Hold up, wait. I skipped that probably has some stuff I can pick up. What is this? Sorry, I'm trying this out. Wait a minute, this is the same path I went, isn't it? This is the same path I went before. Dang it! Is it? Where did that take me? Oh no, this took me exactly where I wanted to go. Never mind. I lied. This is great. I didn't get to explore this area in its entirety, so I want to look around. Like, this game just makes me want to explore. Like, it's so pretty. It's so, like, it's fun. Like, this is a really well-made game. I gotta give them props for this. What the? Oh, those are more of those Mort people. I'm like, what the hell? They look so weird, like, just walking like that. Like, there's, like, nothing over there. Why are you over there? Is there anything I'm missing over here? And I've already broke this game countless times. I'm already doing, like, speed strats when I don't even know how to do speed strats for the game. So that's another thing that's really fun. When a game feels breakable, like it feels like you can experiment with it and have a good time, that's a lot of fun. That can get pretty addicting really quick. At least for me. I don't really understand why I'm not getting this area. Why is it like oh, is it just showing it as an area that doesn't have land? Maybe that's why. Maybe, oh, okay. I thought it was saying I didn't explore it. So I was like, what the hell? We have to have enough bolts for that new weapon now. So that's a plus to exploring. I highly doubt this little corner does anything, but we're just check. Yeah, we're just check. Let me see. Yeah. So we can go and get that other gun now, too. I might stop at 2 o'clock. I think that would probably be a good place to stop. So I need to find a good stopping point. Oh, no. Wait. Oh, that's not where I wanted to go. I'm trying to clear up that area that's, like, didn't get explored yet. Right around here. I don't think it matters much, but just the... Wait, where is it? Right, how do I get to it? Is that this? Oh yeah, that's this. Okay, that was pointless. Okay. Alright, so now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna try to get back... Wait, there's Veritanium! What? That was pointless. No, it was not! Where was that at? Where is it? Frick, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to manipulate this. Ah, frick! Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. What I could try to do is get on that and jump to it. That's probably what I could do. Because, like, what's even next to that? Like, could you get to it from here, maybe? Maybe that's the intended way? Alright, hold up. We're gonna try to break the game again. What the hell? That was not my intention, but it... Okay. No! No! Don't fall off, girl. You got this! Oh, no! Oh, okay. Got it and almost fell again. Alright. Uh-oh. Is this gonna be stuff I can't climb? Oh, no. It might be stuff I can't climb. I'm, like, falling through it. Can I get any higher? I won't be able to make that, I don't think. I could try to make that ledge, but I don't think I can make that. I would need a little bit more height. No! Frick! hold up. Oh, I couldn't see. Dang it. If I can get like a surface here that I can stand on real quick, I could probably do it. Oh no, the game was like, no, you're trying to break it. The game knew what I was trying to do. Dang. Oh man. See, that's what was happening with Ratchet when I tried to break the game before. They were like, what you trying to do? What you trying to do? All right. Well, I don't know if I can manipulate that completely. Oh, that kind of worked. That kind of worked, bro. Dude, am I literally 5-head? All right, hold up. We can do this. Yes. Yes. Dude. I keep breaking the game. How was I supposed to get over here, though? I'm kind of curious. Like, is there like a rift thing that I was supposed to find? Or is that what they wanted you to do? Like, I can't tell what they wanted me to do versus, like, maybe you could jump off of that. Like, with the things in the acid. Maybe that's how you could get up here. I'm not sure the intended way for you to get up here, but I'm pretty sure it's not what I just did. Either way, doesn't matter, because now we got what we needed. Now I just need to get back to this, and we're going to go back to the main area and buy the weapon that we were trying to get, and then I'm going to probably stop there or continue the story next Sunday. Alright, hold on. Let me make sure I'm going the right way. Okay, we go this way. Yeah. Let's go! Oh. Forgot. It ends way quicker than I remembered. Oh, this is speed tech right here. You see that? Is that fast or no? The first hop you do on the ground, you just go for it again. I think that's kind of fast. It's better than just doing it like this, the way I was doing it, for sure. Like, I was doing it like this. Took me 3 to get over that. Let's see how that goes. I think that's faster. I don't know. Dyscalculia makes it really hard for me to know for sure, but I think it's faster. But yeah, whatever. Anyways, ooh, let me break that. This game makes me want to break it so hard. Dude. Could I scale this more? I actually don't think I could scale this. Looks like it starts turning into something that she falls through. So I'm gonna get like that thing. Anyways, let me stop getting distracted. Alright, let's buy that new weapon. Here to buy.
Good merchandise when you see it.
Okay, let's get it. Oh, frick. Oops. I did not mean to do all that. What the hell? Okay, let's take a look at this. What options do you get? Fires a projectile that can strike enemies multiple times and damage scales up with successfully timed hits. That's nice. Bouncing the ricochet at the right time does additional damage? Is that how I say that? Let's try this. Let's just make it OP as hell out of nowhere. Because we have so much rare titanium at this point. Like, we're destroying it. Frick that thing. That thing's weird. Alright, so let's take a look at this again. I really like the range it has right now. So I want to keep doing that. If I can shoot this thing from further away, that'd be dope. Shots inflict damage over time. That's pretty cool too. Making we could just go all the way around here, and I think that would be a good enough place for this weapon. I'd probably just be okay. I would be okay with it like that. For now, that's good enough. All right, then we got our shatter bomb. So I wanted to try the shatter bombs fly through the air much faster. I think that's pretty cool. What's this? Shards detonate after a moment, dealing secondary damage. So we have area of effect. Area of effect is good, period. So I'm okay with that. Let's try to get this though. Let's just get that. See what it's like. So I guess it just gives extra, like, instead of just the original explosion, shards will also come out and do some extra damage, which that can't be bad. Now, I really love my Mr. Fungi. So we're just going to keep doing the distraction thing and just come all the way around like this. Toxic Spore Cloud. When Mr. Fungi leaves, he emits a toxic cloud. Oh, yeah, I remember that. That sounds really cool, actually. That sounds pretty useful. I like this dude. I like this guy. This increases how many times they can fire. I don't think any of this is anything I care too much about. All I really want is them to distract the enemies and do good things, and this basically will help me with that. So, oops, I didn't mean to go all the way out like that. So let's look at what else can we do. So we can do the blast pistol more, or we can do this. Let's see. This thing is really good. I do like this thing. So a faster charge seems useful. Increased duration of a fully charged beam. That probably is more useful than I can imagine it. Like, because the charged beam, if it lasts longer, it's just going to do more damage for longer. So that's pretty cool. What's this? Increased max ammo. What I could do is just take this all the way around. I could do that. I feel like that would be a pretty good upgrade. And this gives me hits additional enemies with the beam to add... Oh, hit additional enemies to add bonus damage. So, I don't know. I don't even know if that... I don't know how useful that is. Because, like, most of the time I'm trying to target whatever enemy is the biggest, has the most health at the time when I'm using it. So, I don't know if trying to swing it around and hit other things is what is useful to me. So, I do like the idea of the charge thing being longer, but I also feel like the charging should be fast. So I feel like that's what our focus on for you right now. I don't really see a point in going any higher than that with you.
Looks like you got
Then we got the
some
blast
open
pistol.
sales and
So we got
to match.
increased max ammo. What were we trying to get? We have hits to the head do bonus damage. I think this is kind of worth. This gives more ammo. We don't really have ammo issues. Shots travel faster. So I can either try to invest rapid fire shots are more accurate. Ooh. Okay, if we're gonna have rapid fire shots, I'd want them to be accurate at the very least. So maybe we can... Let's try this path. Let's try this. I'll give it a shot. We'll see what that's like. And then, if we want, we can come over here to do some more headshot bonus damage and stuff like that. You know, we got this, but this is really cool. I really like what we got going on here. Now we have barely no rare titanium, but I'm gonna keep, like, we're only in, like, the second area I think I've been in this entire game, and I keep getting a lot of it because I actually look for it. So I think it's actually worth it to upgrade the weapons like this. And we're gonna completely skip that plant one. I don't really care to upgrade that one. So, like, that's gonna give us a lot of extra rare titanium that we're not gonna waste on that. But anyway, I don't know how many weapons are in this game. That would be the determining factor. Like, are the weapons in this game? You found each one grants you. Oh, what the hell? I didn't know that. Each gold ball gives you cool things. Yo, what? Wait. How do I know which one I'm going to? I can't tell. What? Rebel, G-Force, Wasteland, Bubblegum, Gold. Oh, okay. I think it's just going in order. This is kind of cool. Let's do Gold for a bit. Okay, bolt replacement. Replace bolt pickups with different objects. Yo, coins, orbs, rubies, overcharge. I actually don't know. I don't really care about that, I guess. All right, hammer skins. I could make it orbs. The orbs look cute. The orbs aren't like Jack orbs. They're like, I'm assuming the blue thing is the orb. It looks kind of cool, so I'd like to see what it looks like, I guess. And then we can make you have gold as well. Oh, wait, no, I'll give you bubblegum. I was gonna give Ratchet bubblegum, honestly. That looks sick. But I think you can see more of it with this one. Alright, so we got some cool collectibles. Alright, bro, alright. You found a resistant spy bot. Each one contains secret intel you can listen to. They also contain encoded weapons, research. Find them all, and Miss Zircon will craft you the ultimate weapon. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna find all those, just being real. Yeah. But this is cool. I didn't know that. I love when games do this. It gives me incentive to find things. I already had the motivation to find it, but now you just gave me even more motivation. So. Alright, so I think that's gonna be it for me today. How do I think it just saves on its own, right? Look at that hammer. Dang, looking good, looking good. Alright, I think this game just saves on its own. But yeah, we literally almost explored like this whole entire freaking area, and we could go way more. We could go anywhere at this point because I figured out how to manipulate those things, so. But yeah, I think we're at a good place to stop. We can just continue the story. What are we even doing here again? What are we supposed to be doing? I don't even. Oh, we're gonna take that ship. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna either explore the area more, or we can take the ship. We'll be good to go for next time. That was pretty fun. I really liking this game. This game's pretty high on my list. I would say this is one of the better Ratchet games for sure. The original trilogy being really good as well, and this being definitely good. Toys, I remember Tools of Destruction. Tools of Destruction, I enjoyed that a lot. The weapons were really good in that game, and this one is definitely really good. I'm really enjoying this. So